Welcome to this week's news review. I'm Jonathan Riley. Defra could be facing hefty fines from Brussels unless it changes the way it makes payments to farmers on environment schemes. European Commission investigators found that England has not been sticking to EU rules on how green scheme money should be paid out. Defra is now working to come up with a system that meets the EU standard. It's expected to have to switch from the current method of twice-yearly payments to a single annual payment. Concern is growing over feedstocks and crop yields as farmers battle the driest spell of weather for 100 years. Silage yields are 40% down on last year, and hay yields have been halved in some areas. The shortage is pushing up prices for grain and straw as farmers compete to buy in enough feed and bedding ahead of next winter. Figures out this week show that the civil servant in charge of Defra earns more than the Prime Minister. Permanent Secretary Dame Helen Ghosh does a 4.5-day week and earns £145,000 a year. That outstrips David Cameron's pay packet by £3,000. If Dame Helen worked a full 5-day week, her salary would rise above £150,000, and that's a whopping 25 times higher than the average annual wage drawn by a British hill farmer. Prince Charles has launched a campaign to help Britain's hard-pressed family farms. The Prince's Countryside Fund is expected to raise £1 million from big business backers in its first year. Money raised will fund training, promote school farms and establish an emergency pot for rural disasters such as foot and mouth disease or flooding. In return for donations to the campaign, companies will have the right to display the Prince's logo on their products. And finally, the hot weather means harvest has begun early in some parts of the UK. That means our Harvest Highlights gallery is open for you to post your pictures of this year's work. But if your combine is still under wraps, you can take a look at how others are progressing at fwi.co.uk/harvest-highlights. That's it for this week, but you can keep up with the news, views, pictures and video on our website fwi.co.uk. Thanks for watching.